YouTube is joining in on this trend of trying to track every person on the internet under the guise of protecting the children. And it's funny how that works when the UK and other governments are just coincidentally passing laws to achieve the same thing. The tech companies are modifying their platforms to also increase surveillance of their users. And this actually started with YouTube back in February of this year with a blog that was written by YouTube's CEO titled "Our Big Bets for 2025. Toward the end of this post, this paragraph says, "We're also laser focused on protecting our youngest users," and it talks about using machine learning to estimate a user's age to distinguish between younger viewers and adults. Now, YouTube already takes a lot of steps to restrict who can see what on the platform. The platform as a whole is actually pretty restrictive compared to Odyssey and Rumble and a lot of the other video sites that have come up over the years, but YouTube videos with more extreme content, they get age restricted, plus they even mention YouTube Kids and supervised accounts right here in the article, which is really what parents should be using, along with good old-fashioned network filters in order to restrict what their kids can actually see, not just on YouTube, but elsewhere on the internet. But of course, YouTube wants to spy on you, aka protect the children. So last month, YouTube actually announced that they would start rolling out this machine learning verification method here in the United States. They started the program a couple of weeks ago, and they've also been doing this in other markets for a while now. But in their latest blog post, YouTube actually gives us some details about how this machine learning works, which might actually give us a little bit of insight into how we can fight it. So YouTube will use AI to interpret a variety of signals that help them to determine whether a user is over or under 18. These signals include the types of videos a user is searching for, the categories of videos they have watched, or the longevity of the account. Now, account longevity should be a pretty solid metric, right? Because YouTube itself as a platform has only been around for 20 years. So if you created and have been using the same YouTube account since around that time that YouTube first launched, then it should be pretty clear to them that you are an adult. Same thing if you had a Gmail account from, say, 2004 that's linked to a YouTube profile now. Those early Gmail accounts are literally old enough to drink in the United States at this point. But YouTube claims that this technology that they're going to be rolling out in the United States will allow them to infer a user's age regardless of the actual birthday and when the account was created. So YouTube is basically saying that a 20-plus-year-old account is not going to get you a free pass through these AI filters. They're basically like that cashier at a liquor store who doesn't care if Father Time himself walks in. There could be a guy in there that looks so old that he looks mythical standing in line, and the guy at the cashier is still gonna ask for his ID before he's gonna sell the maker's mark to the old man. So when it comes to avoiding this stuff on YouTube, you're really gonna have to be careful about the kinds of videos that you search for and the categories of the videos you watch when you're logged in. Letting your little cousin go deep on a Fortnite streamer's highlight binge while he's logged into your YouTube account could be enough to get YouTube asking for your papers. By the way, that's literally what they say they're going to do. If they identify your account as being underage, then you'll have to submit your credit card information or a scan of your ID to re-enable the ability to view age-restricted content on your account, even if you created it one day after YouTube first launched. Now, if I had to guess, this machine learning process is probably going to incorrectly identify a lot of adult gamers who look up videos on how to do various things in different video games, because of course, kids are going to be watching that same kind of content a lot, even if it's a game like Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty that's rated for a mature audience, which I think is 17 plus, which is just 1 year off from being an adult here in the United States. But if you've ever been in a voice lobby on those games, then you know that there's obviously a lot of kids that are much younger playing it. So if you're that type of gamer, right, that likes to look up strats for how to do something on YouTube for a video game, then you might want to balance that out with some boomer content. You might want to throw on Fox News for a bit, mute the tab, and go back to playing your games for a bit, or look up some videos on how to fix old cars and don't mute those tabs, because those videos are actually pretty useful. Look up HGTV clips or some other boring adult content that most kids aren't normally going to watch in their free time. Imagine if you're someone who's looking up an educational video, like if you're building some roof rafters, you might have looked up a video about calculating the hypotenuse and the other sides and angles of a triangle, and because you just happened to watch a video that kids currently enrolled in middle school geometry are watching, then YouTube all of a sudden flags your account as underage. I'd imagine that the metrics are weighed a little differently for accounts that are older because, I mean, let's be honest, I can't think that there's any sizable black market for aged YouTube accounts, at least not accounts that are created 18 or more years ago. I really can't see too many situations where someone underage is going to get access to that old of a YouTube account unless they're watching something on their parents' account, which implies that the parents don't have an issue with the kids actually watching that content. And so it's not really any different than them watching an R-rated movie together or the parents buying them a rated M video game. In addition to this being a needless information gathering campaign disguised as protecting the children, there's concerns about what YouTube or any other online company might do if they mishandle the storage of this data. Because your ID card is very sensitive information that could fall into the wrong hands if the information isn't stored correctly, like what happened with the T app, where hackers obtained over 70,000 scanned photo IDs of people submitting their information to the app to prove that they were really women so that they could use it. Now, maybe you have more faith in YouTube or Google to properly secure PII than an app that was built for women to gossip about the men that they were dating, but my real concern with Google having this information is the ways that they'll actually abuse it to make more money. You've got to understand that Google and Meta, YouTube, they're all basically giant for-profit ad networks, and so if Google can accurately identify teens, then they're probably going to start exploiting their insecurities like Meta has already been doing. So in case you didn't hear about this story, Meta has allegedly been targeting teen girls who repeatedly upload and then delete and re-upload selfies of themselves on Facebook and Instagram, because that behavior apparently signals that the girls might be feeling insecure about their looks, which is the perfect person for them to show targeted advertisements for makeup to. We're already so far into the cyberpunk dystopia phase of social media, and if you believe that any of these changes are actually to protect your children, then you've seriously lost the plot. So try to add more repair videos and adult content of that nature to your YouTube watch history so that you can avoid Google Gestapo. I happen to be doing a lot of that already so that I could learn how to fix up some of these old houses around here. And yeah, I mean, it's good skills to learn, and it might actually stop YouTube from checking for your papers. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to hack the algorithm, and check out my online store, based.win, where you can get awesome merch like the shirt I'm wearing, the Open Base t-shirt, or accessories for your phone or laptop. 10% store-wide discount when you pay with Monero XMR at checkout. Have a great rest of your day.